Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm your host D-Day bringing you Let's Play Enigmatica 6 Expert Mode. One thing that's super important to mention is that this pack right now is in pre-alpha phase. But I was assured by one of the pack developers that most of the beginning content is finished. So be sure to smash like to keep the series going and subscribe so that you can find the channel again. And if you're ready, then let's play with D-Day. What we're going to do today, what we're going to focus on is going to be the Resourceful Bees Invar bee. And the reason why I'm going to be going with the Invar bee to start off the series is because a lot of these expert mode recipes are going to be locked behind the Induction Smelter from Thermal. Let's see. We're going to be doing Resourceful bees. So we're going to checkmark these guys. Grab this, we have some jars and we have the Beepedia. Again, more jars. We're going to head down this way. We're going to have to make the manual centrifuge. So we need any resourceful honeycomb to progress that way. Plus expert mode changed it around. The hives have to be upgraded with these dudes, the hive upgrades. The first one's going to be a little bit tedious, I guess, because we have to make gold powder from nature's aura, which requires the natural altar infusion. So we'll be able to do gold leaf and turn it into gold powder. But for this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to go with Invar so that we can start making Invar, which is required for a lot of the thermal machines. Specifically this guy here, the Induction Smelter. So what we're going to do is we need Invar for the Induction Smelter, and the Induction Smelter pretty much gates everything that I'm interested in doing at the beginning of the pack. Mainly getting tools from tinkers, of course. We need an Induction Smelter to make the, there we go, seared brick. So we need to put grout into an Induction Smelter to be able to turn it into seared bricks. So that's going to be pretty crazy. We need the Induction Smelter to start. So now that we have empty bee jars, we'll be able to go out into the wild and try to find some bees. But before we do that, let me turn this purple amaranth into purple dye. And let's dye our sleeping bag purple, because you know that's super, super, super important. Let me go through the things that I've already made, like quality of life. Of course, we made the sleeping bag. That one's just 3 pieces of white wool. We made the backpack, which is only leather, string, a chest, and yeah, more leather. The way I made string was I ended up planting kenaf fiber. And this kenaf fiber can be turned into string this way. We also made a trash can, which is easy, cobblestone, stone, and a chest. So we can throw stuff away. And we made the dank 1, which is also an unaltered recipe, barrel surrounded by coal. And this actually is the first thing that popped up as a problem, which I thought was pretty hilarious, was sticks. Sticks has an altered recipe in expert mode, which I think is absolutely hilarious. There is no planks to sticks recipe. So what we ended up doing is we made a cutting board, which is pretty simple. And on the cutting board, we have to strip logs into stripped logs and then strip them again into sticks for right now. But later, we're going to go with the sawmill, of course, for RF, and then we can just saw our sticks instead of using the cutting board. But I thought that was pretty funny that sticks are the first altered recipe. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to run out into the wild and find us some bees. So let's go do that real quick. We are going to need this sooty bee that kind of got stuck. We'll grab that guy. We have a sooty bee now for coal. We need to find a sandy bee and a forest bee so that we can breed them together and make an iron bee. And then after we do the iron bee, we're going to put down nickel, a block of nickel, and have the iron bee turn the nickel into a spawn egg for the Invar bee. Oh, look at that. We got a new bee here. That's the IC bee. Let's grab that while we're here. Okay. We have an IC bee and a sooty bee so far. Another bee in here. It is a water bee. Let's grab the water bee. What's this guy? We have an RGB. Cool. We have another new bee. Looks kind of weird. What is that? It's a spelling bee? Did it have a face of a villager? Weird. Come on, dude. Why are you so fast? Okay. So I got a spelling bee. Is that a... I believe that's a forest bee, guys. Yep, forest bee. Yoink, got the forest bee. Cool. Look at that. Sandy bee. Alright. And let's see what's over here. Let's grab one of these prismarine bee nests. And before I make the same mistake that I did in Enigmatica 6, where they flew away from me, let me make a little bee nest home area over here real quick. Okay, so we finished making our temporary bee house. We're going to have 2 different doors to go in so that the bees can't escape. First thing that we're going to do is we'll put down our dark oak bee nest here. We also have some flowers, so we'll scatter these around a little bit. Make it look like they naturally grew in here. Alright, and did I close the doors? Close this door. Let's close that one, and let's see if we can breed these 2 bees. Alright, the forest bee. The sandy bee. And love. And love. The parrots and the bats. We have an iron bee. So there's our iron bee. That bee has a growing time of, looks like 1200 seconds. So we're going to need to let this guy breed to adulthood before he can start creating or block mutation on nickel for the bee that we need. Waiting for this guy to go in there. I can make it. Go. Alright, they can do their thing in there for a second. Let me see, is it inside of our chunk loaded area? It is not. So let's extend our chunk loaded area. There we go. Now the bee is chunk loaded. We need a couple of extra items. So what we need to make is going to be a scraper. Seems pretty straightforward. 3 and 2. We'll make a scraper. That's our tool that we need. We need to make a campfire. We need coal, sticks, and logs. Let's grab 3 logs. We have sticks. We need 3 sticks. Okay, so here is where I can show you guys what I was talking about with the expert recipes. To make sticks, we're gonna have to... Oh, I have my axe here. Oops. I made an extra axe by accident. By accident, haha. But we need to strip it. And then we need to strip them again for sticks. There we go. And now I'll try and remember that I have an axe here. We got the sticks that we need. We need 1 piece of coal. And we can make the campfire. Perfect. So campfire, scraper. What I also need is going to be some nickel. That's zinc. There's our nickel. And let's turn this into a block of nickel. And if you're curious to how to find the different ores, I left that one up as a tab as well. Nickel ore. If you click on any of the ores, you can go to the information and it tells you where it spawns. So nickel spawns in the overworld between 24 and 40. So my mine shaft has a level on 30 just for nickel. Let's see. They're probably sleeping right now. Let's use our sleeping bag. We can make the manual centrifuge as well. Let's check the quest book real quick. Yeah, we need a comb to progress, and then we need the manual centrifuge, which is iron trapdoors, a barrel, and a lever. That's going to be super simple. So let's make that real quick. Did we have any planks left over? Oh yeah, jacaranda. Yeah, it can be. Okay. So let's go ahead and make a barrel. Wait, what? Oh, it bugged out on me. All right, try that again. Barrel. We need a lever. So any cobble. Weathered limestone. And we need iron. 2 trapdoors. 2. And we have our manual centrifuge. There we go. Handy centrifuging. And I think I should keep the centrifuge out here so we don't do anything silly. Like this iron bee. We'll put it right here for right now. Cool. What I definitely need to do, before I forget, is underneath, because these bees are going to be pretty angry. Underneath this, we're going to put a campfire. And now it says smoked true, which will make sure that the bees aren't angry when I scrape. Alright, let's grab another piece of dirt, fill this hole. Cool. So now the beehive is smoked. Yeah, the dark oak bee nest can only hold 2 bees. So we need another... See if I can get out. Let's grab the other bee nest. We'll make another campfire as well. For the Invar bee and for the iron bee to be able to make their product as well. Alright. Coal, sticks, wood. Campfire. And the other bee nest. The other dark oak bee nest. And we have our block of nickel. Sandy bee. Yep. And let's scrape it. There we go. We have sandy honeycomb. Iron, oh, an iron honeycomb already. And a woody honeycomb. Cool. I wonder, I don't think it's been 1200 seconds yet. But I don't think the baby bee would go in here if it weren't ready yet. So let's check. What we need is the iron bee, after pollinating, to fly over this block of nickel. So we're just going to have to wait. And that iron bee, when it pollinates one of the flowers, it should float over the nickel and turn it into the Invar bee spawn egg. We just have to be patient. I'm not sure if this version can do block mutations or if it has to grow up first. We'll see. It did look pollinated to me. It does have the particles for being pollinated. Let me check something real quick. Let me see if I can do this. Yep. So I put the nickel under him since he's pollinated, and it popped out our Invar bee spawn egg. So there's the Invar bee spawn egg. That was super easy. We're going to put down the other... I guess that would be a good enough spot as any, right? So let's go ahead and put the campfire here, and the other bee nest on top. And then now we can just drop the Invar bee spawn egg. Oh, there's our Invar bee. What bugs me is they're both facing each other. Now that there's two, I kind of want them facing the glass. But I'm not going to be able to turn these guys until I recapture all 4 of those bees. Because I'll make them mad. Even though it's smoked, if I smash it to turn it, they'll get mad. And they'll sting me. When they sting me, they die. Our quest book. For combs, we get shears and we get Farmer's Delight. And I guess I need to pick up the manual centrifuge again to get credit. That's special combs, the bee box. Bunch of clicks. And we got a follow from Mucho Sassy Lass. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot to me. Entities. Block mutations. Liquids. Tier 1 bees. Tier 3s. Tier 1 hive upgrade. Is going to require the gold powder. We have this fly. Super annoying. Let's pick up the manual centrifuge. There, we get credit for it. Put it back down. We can put some glass bottles in there. Let's go see if the Invar bee. Not yet. Honey level 3. I can't scrape it yet. These dudes are making honeycombs like crazy. Woody, sandy, and iron. Squid ink pasta. There we go. We have 1 Invar honeycomb. And our iron bee still hasn't grown up yet. Alright, so let's see. 50% chance, open hand, shift right click. And no, 50% chance, we didn't get it. Let's do the other honeycombs while we wait. Oak logs, and we got some beeswax, and we have some illuminating honey. We can drink these. Iron. Yep, we got iron chunks. And the sandy. Oh, because we ran out of honey jars. Got sand. Can I drink this even when I'm... Yeah. Even though we have full HP, we can still drink it because it's a fluid. There we go. That way we can put these back in. Yep, we get sand, oak logs, beeswax, nickel nuggets, iron chunks, and hopefully as soon as the Invar bee gives us more Invar honeycombs, we'll get our Invar that we need for the induction smelter. the induction smelter is going to require Invar gears, which this is the easiest way that I think it is to get the Invar required for the induction smelter. The induction smelter, the reason why I want this guy so bad is because we're going to need it to do alloys. It's the easiest form of alloying, as well as the easiest form of getting Tinker's Construct up and running. Brass. Seared bricks. Grout. So we have to put grout into the induction smelter to get seared bricks. And that is what Tinker's Construct is gated behind. So instead of having episode 1 dedicated to Tinker's Construct and making tools, we have to do the Invar bee. And then after that, we have to do thermal for a little bit to get power and to get the induction smelter going. And then we can get into Tinker's Construct to make our tools. And then, of course, between episodes, what I'll do is I'll scrape these guys, get enough Invar so that we can progress in thermal so you guys don't have to stare at this boring stuff. Yay. That looked like 2 pieces of Invar. Let's see if we can get lucky. Since it has a 50% chance. Yay, there we go, our first piece of Invar dust. I'm really happy about that. The Invar, of course, is what we need to progress in thermal. So let me unlock thermal to get the wrench. We're going to have to head this way. We're going to make the redstone furnace next time. Copper gears, machine frames with plates, glass, and gears. Fairly simple. Gold rod or copper rod. We can make the redstone furnace. And the pulverizer. Copper gears, machine frame, simple. And now we have the Invar dust. So we'll get credit for this quest so that we can make the induction smelter next. Pretty happy about that. Thank you so much for joining me today. Smash like to keep the series going, and click on my dude here to subscribe for more modded Minecraft. If you want to see the full uninterrupted footage, you can go to my channel on Twitch at twitch.tv/ddainicus. The VODs will be saved there.